Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Rise Grace Gaming with another video, and today we actually have a different video than we usually do. This is a Raspbeaks video. We haven't done one of these in a little bit, but there's some content that I feel that there's not much for me to actually talk about in here and there that we can discuss, but I thought if we do a talking head video and we do it with a match on the way, it'd probably be a lot better. So first off, this is Bread in a ranked battle in his tier 10 Kremlin, so feel free to enjoy. He's a very good warship player, which is an understatement, but you know, that doesn't matter. What we're going to talk about today is not just him and his stellar performance in the Kremlin, it is the possible changes that are along the way that Wargaming is working on. So we're going to talk about some of that, a little bit with some other things that have been added to the game, and just other things I need to put off my chest. You know, we got to do that kind of stuff from time to time. Sorry, I've been moving my mic and looking at the screen on my right side here. Probably should do a video on that for you guys. It's just showing the look out my studio and probably a little more of like what actually goes through, because I did do a talking head video a while back on how it was, but it was so long ago. Anyway, tier 10 rank battles. This is a long time ago, probably last rank season. I haven't put this out. I saved these files a long time ago, put on my drive. I thought, for a talking head video, this would be perfect. It's Epicenter, as you can clearly see, and the map is our favorite salty tears of a map. God, this map is freaking... Rentals were a mistake. That's where Road Bases said there. Yeah, if you ever did rentals in that last rank season, what were you thinking, Danu-san? Danu-san, you should have learned. Oh, good lord, that... Oh, Bread, you're lucky with that shot. Anyway, let's get back into what we're going to talk about today. So, not too long ago, I've been playing a couple of new matches, restarting some new lines, or restarting lines again, because if anybody see me on my Twitch streams, which it's rare to see, but hey, my link's down below. You can watch me on Twitch. I most times do play warships. Let's see, like at least three times a week, and that's at least, you know, you can see me for a good 8 hours each stream. So yeah, I play warships quite a bit. That I'm restarting some of my lines because I've gotten over now easily 300 ships. I don't need to sit there with 300 ships. A lot of them are tier 10s. Some of them are not very important for like a clan battle meta. Some of them are not good for a rank battle meta. A lot of them got nerfed or buffed, or just some are just sitting there for so long they're not even worth even just sitting there going, smiling, going, "Hi, I'm here." So I said, would be better if I just start restarting those runs using the new research tokens and get myself some reruns of my ships just for fun. Like, that's the only thing I can see with this new, oh, you can restart your lines to get the research points so you can get some free ships or free experience or something like that. And it's for me, guys, I think that Wargaming needs to give you something a little more to entice players to do that, other than like 2 researchable ships. There's nothing really serious about them, you know? It's just, to me, that's my complaint. Just a slight complaint. So I've been restarting some of my ships, getting them started from the ground zero, and I've decided to play some of the lower tiers. I started the British heavy cruiser run. I've been starting and I thought, let's do the British other cruiser run, the full-fledged British. Oh, and ouch! I am so sorry for that, Mosfa, but then again, that's Kremlin for you. Bread, don't ever change with those Kremlin shots. And that poor destroyer. Oh, the Lord, nearly dead already. You know you do. You don't need to die that early. Anyway, let's get back to our seriousness with this. So, I realized how bad matchmaking for starter players is right after I started playing it. I'm sure some players in the lower tiers have definitely seen it, where there is more than one carrier in your random battles. And sometimes you had to deal with 3. And if you're in tier 3, which has limited to no anti-air defense, it's not very much a pretty sight. I wouldn't think it's a pretty sight at all. I think it would be a really uncomfortable position for me. So, Wargaming has early announced upcoming changes to the Matchmaker, which are designed to reduce the number of aircraft carriers from tier 4 and 5 battles. Today, they're ready to share the details and updated Matchmaker system, which are currently testing. This is off of the Facebook channel. I actually have this. If you guys haven't had it, I'll put a link in the description down below. Please look at, like it. You guys can keep up to date on any content that's coming from the game. So this is the change that they're working on currently. Bear with it. It is a project to change. There's some people who are hating this. Some people are not hating this. I personally say that this needed to change. But we'll talk about this in a quick second while Bread, after those nasty citadels, finishes this Yamato. Yamato, you should have known that the Kremlin was going to push. Do you think he was going to sit there and smile and look pretty and not enjoy the fruit of his labors? Yeah. Bye-bye, Yamato. That's 2 kills from Bread, and that's already 95,000 damage in a ranked battle. Oh, hi, Kremlin. Let's see what happens now. Oh, boy. Folks, if you're gonna do battleships, you gotta know your positioning. Just as much as a cruiser needs to know its positioning, and exceptionally a destroyer. It's even worse than a destroyer, let alone. Like, in a battleship, you can make a few mistakes. You know, you position yourself and you might have a few nasty hits and you go, oh, I'm not near dead, but I literally know that that's not a good choice to go there. And a freaking cruiser, it's even worse. And a destroyer, it can mean the difference between life and death within about 30 seconds. Give or take. But let's get back to this. Hopefully we don't get anything crazier happen real quick for us. So they changed the whole thing. I'm bringing back this sheet up for you guys right about now. What it used to, the maximum number of tiers. This is the new system. The moment the first player joins the queue in a tier 5 battle, if you notice, guys, tier 5 and tier 10 looks about the same, except on the bottom. See, if it says tier 7, it says 7 tier 5 ships except single tier battles. If you see tier 10, it's 5 tier 10 ships except tier battles. If you guys don't know what that means, is if it's a pure 10-10 match, it stays a pure tier 10 match. By the way, I like how Bread's content actually added to that. He's definitely one salty sea dog. When you ever want to meet this guy, he will call out your bullshit if you don't know how to play your ships. I'm sorry. He will do that. If you don't know how to play it, get out of the game, because Grandpa Bread will teach you a lesson or two about playing your ships. And he'll probably say, did we win the war? Anyway. By the way, 3, 2, 1. Bye-bye, Kremlin. All down to 1. One lone battleship. As Bread caps the epicenter. So, real quick, we'll get back to this really fast. I know this game's been exciting, but we really do need to talk about this. After a minute and a half waiting in queue, it goes to 2. After 3 minutes waiting, the first player in queue, it stays 2 carriers, 6 battleships, 6 destroyers, 12 cruisers, 8 tier 5 ships. That's the only maximum it goes up to. For tier 10, it's 1 carrier, 6 battleships, 5 destroyers, 12 cruisers, and 6 tier 10 ships. At least 3 tier 8 ships. See the difference there? See, they don't want to actually have a lot of players actually have to deal with the lower players have to deal with some, everything. I love the chat from Bread. I guess I had to do everything on my own. To be true, Bread, I feel your pain. You did have to kill half the team and do 192,000 points of damage in one match. Like, we feel your pain, brother. But definitely, it's quite the sight to behold. Oh, by the way, let's see what you guys think how much damage is going to get here. You ready? Call it. Well, if he said 9K, you guys are spot on. Not bad, guys. Not bad pick. And he's already wrote in check. Please, ram me. Ram me. I want to be rammed. I want to be rammed. If you survive the torps, I'll ram you. Okay, players, please don't let that actually happen. Let this guy ram him. I think it'd be hilarious. So anyway, really fast, that's just the new changes they're going to do, and I definitely like this. More gaming should have done this in the beginning. There's too many of the lower tiers, and there's not a lot of able to defend themselves in that kind of tier. And well, it's quite enjoyable. Ramming speed! And that's the end of that match. And Wondering Bread, at the end of that match, no lie guys, he sat, and I got it right here, I got the whole post right here, here it is, victory. He got 10 citadels, 4 kills, 220,000 damage, high caliber first blood, and remember folks, this isn't a ranged battle, which is 7v7. He killed majority of the team, got over 200,000 damage, which is required just a minimum for a tier 10 replay from me, and win. Go home, kids. Try to figure out how to do this in a random battle if you can do it. Because apparently Bread is the king of just destroying scrub lords. So I know we didn't talk about it too much about this matchmaker change, but definitely I know that you guys loved the matchmaking match right there for ranked battles. It was a phenomenal match for sure. But write in the comments down below, do you guys like the matchmaker change as much as I do? Because I think it definitely helps out the meta for players who are really having a hard time, like, for ranked random battles, to play the game and deal with that much carrier action and having that much salty action in a match is very unwelcome for most players. It should be very welcome for players. It should be enjoyable for players. It should be something that people would love and enjoy to play. But if they have a meta on the early from tier 1 to tier 4, just let's say tier 3, 4, and 5, let's be generous there, have to deal with a metric air ton of problems. Because I got to be, controlling my voice there. They don't want to. I wouldn't want to. So, definitely, I like the change. So, thank you everybody for watching again. As always, rate in the comments down below. If you liked this video, hit the like button. If you didn't like it, hit that dislike. And as always, see you all on the high seas.